Mr. Ernesto Gutierrez stands charged with the offense of making a firearm accessible to a child. He's facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We were here last time on December 19th, state having offered 270 days in jail, and defense and state couldn't come up to an agreement, and so state waived. Defense has come to us for punishment, asking the court to punish Mr. Gutierrez with regard to this case. We have done the agreement.
This is the moment the tone shifts. Guilt is no longer in question. Punishment is in criminal court. This is where empathy, remorse, and credibility matter more than legal arguments. The judge isn't deciding what happened anymore. They're deciding who this person is now. And that question will define everything that follows.
Has pled guilty to the offense, so now we are set for punishment in this case today. One of the things that I would like to know is how this has changed you, Mr. Gutierrez. What have you done differently?
Ha cambiado totalmente mi vida.
My life has changed completely.
Mi trabajo, mi vida social,
My work, my social life,
todo.
everything.
What have you done differently? So that we know that you appreciate the gravity of what has happened. What have you done differently?
I don't understand.
Losing a child is probably one of the worst things that can happen in life. You know, when you have a child, you are tasked with loving, protecting, raising, making that person the best they can be. That is the duty of a father. Here,
this is one of the heaviest courtroom moments you'll ever hear. The judge is doing something very intentional here, drawing a line between accident and responsibility. Legally, this isn't murder. Emotionally, the consequences are permanent. Judges often look for behavioral change after tragedy, not just words. Therapy, CPS involvement, lifestyle changes, all of it matters right now. Do you think remorse can ever balance a loss like this?
left a gun on a bed. The child found the gun, or one of the children found the gun, and did the unthinkable. What have you done that is, so I know that you appreciate the gravity of what has happened? Did you go to therapy? Did you see a psychologist? What have you done?
Mi familia y yo hemos estado asistiendo a terapias.
My family and I have been attending therapy.
Trabajamos 3 meses con trabajadores, estuvieron visitando trabajadores sociales.
We, for 3 months, were being visited by social workers.
So CPS got involved, I guess? What happened with that? Anything?
Pues durante ese tiempo ellos estuvieron asistiendo a mis niños.
Well, during that time,
A mi
they were
esposa
helping
y a
my
mí.
children, my wife and myself,
Para ayudarnos con la situación.
to help us with that
So
situation.
you had a CPS plan in place then? Is CPS still involved in your life now? How long are they expected to be in your lives?
¿Cuánto tiempo esperan que ellos estén
Ellos estuvieron casi 4 meses con nosotros.
They were with us for almost 4 months.
Ajá, y aún tenemos contacto con la psicóloga.
And
que
we
nos
still
ayudó.
are in touch with the psychologist that helped us.
Personalmente he tomado todas las medidas para que mis hijos no estén solos
Personally,
en la
I have
casa.
taken measures to make sure that my children are not alone in the house.
Todo el tiempo mi esposa ha estado con ellos y
My
ahorita mi
wife
padre,
has been with them the entire time, and even right now,
mientras yo trabajo para sostener a mi.
while I work to support them.
Ah, ha sido bien difícil.
It's been very difficult.
How many children do you have now?
But I find it three.
Did you just have another child?
Your Honor, they're all here today.
Sí.
Yes.
What do you want?
Your Honor, may I address the court? Okay. Judge, you know, this is a very good man. I have hundreds of clients. As you know, being a judge, not all of them are good. Oftentimes, there's a lot of bad people in this world that, you know, over the course of the past few months, I've gotten the honor, the privilege of getting to know this man, getting to know his family, sitting here in your honorable court today. These are good people from Venezuela. And Judge, in my first 2 or 3 years of practice, I did catastrophic injuries, wrongful death, personal injury work. I saw oftentimes a horrible accident like this would happen. Husband and wife would divorce, families would be, you know, left in shambles. This is a man that the family really needs. He's the sole provider of the house. He's a good father. He's a good husband. When the wife and the kids came to my office last week and we talked about this case and I was preparing them for today, the wife couldn't even look me in the eye. I brought them today. They will also tell His Honor how much they need him, and that without him going to prison, prison is not, jail is not the place for this gentleman. Because then those kids will grow up without a dad. All financial contributions will be over with, and this whole family will be destroyed. And then most likely, you know, there's a very strong possibility that he will be deported. We've already, you know, admonished him ourselves about this, but Ernesto, I want you to look at the judge. Are you sorry?
No.
Do you acknowledge the fact that you have messed up?
Sí,
Do you take responsibility for this?
total.
Totally.
Do you hate yourself?
Se odia usted mismo. Yes.
And are you begging the judge for mercy?
Ando al juez de misericordia. Yes.
Do you understand that he has the power to throw you in jail and throw away the key and you sit there and rot away?
Yes.
Tell him why you deserve mercy.
Porque usted merece misericordia.
Yo no quiero que mi familia esté sola.
I don't want my family to be left
Yo soy
alone.
el soporte de mi familia.
I am the sole support of my family.
Is there anything else you want to tell the judge?
Algo más que se le quiere decir al juez.
Pido piedad. Solo pido piedad que tenga
Just
piedad
asking for
conmigo.
mercy. Be merciful on me.
No solamente esta situación va a afectar a mí, sino a mis hijos también. Y no
This
quiero eso.
situation is not just going to affect me, but also my children as well.
Your Honor, would you like to hear from the wife
Quisiera oír de
or the kids or the father or
I
friends?
think that they've probably been punished enough for this, you know, really.
Thank you,
Do you want
Judge.
to add anything?
Just that you've seen more cases than any of us, and I know that you'll do the right thing, so we will defer to you. And I understand when we first met to show signs of remorse and things that he's done after that, and it appears he has done those things.
You know, I will tell you this, that if this were a case where there had been the death of someone else's child, then I think that that would absolutely 100% unequivocally be jail and a really long and healthy jail sentence. But in this case, I think that when you do something of this nature where you end up with the death of your own child, I think that that's about as bad as it gets. You know, I really feel for you. You know, it's not going to be an easy thing to, you know. I don't think
Yo no creo.
something with a dismissal is appropriate in this case, because I think the world needs to be on notice of what has happened, you know. And, you know, I shudder to think that anytime you look at a picture.
This is mercy with teeth. A probated sentence means freedom, but only on a short leash. One mistake, one violation, and the jail time becomes very real. The judge is sending a message to the defendant and the public. Accountability doesn't always look like bars, but it always comes with consequences. Here's the real question. Did the court get this balance right, or should jail have been unavoidable?
It's gonna, anytime you do an activity, it's gonna bring up a memory. You know, I have a problem dealing with it myself. Just think before you act. Think before you speak.
Yeah.
Because kids are crafty. I've seen this all too much. And we had a case here where a kid climbed up, you know, a bookcase that was 15 feet high, took a gun and killed. Just, if you have weapons, you don't need to have them accessible or even near a child. I'm going to sentence you to 1 year in jail. I'm going to probate it for 2. I'm not going to put you in jail now because I don't think, I think that I hope that this is punishment enough. I am going to keep tabs on you so I know that you're doing well, though. I'm not going to let you go for 2 years. And I want him to do thinking for a change. I don't want you to be in possession of weapons. I don't want you to consume alcohol. I don't want you to consume illegal drugs. You mess up, I am going to put you in jail. If you pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. I think that if I were to put you in jail now, what it would probably end up doing is punishing your family more than you. And there are a lot of people that depend on you. Make the right decision. It's not hard. And I mean, leaving a gun on a bed. Anything else you think? I don't care about the money. Money is the least of my concern. That's a good idea. Although he's probably having to do it with CPS regardless. So let's see if he's doing it with CPS. And then, you know, just the idea is that you leave here better than you came. That's what makes us happy. And that's what we strive for every single person that comes through our court. We want you to leave better than you came. I feel your pain. If I could hug you, I would, Mr. Gutierrez, you know, but it's tragic. It sucks. All right, guys.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
Sure.
We just want to thank you so much for the compassion that you've shown, Mr. Gutierrez, and it's just an honor to be before you. We really appreciate you hearing us out, and you know, will you tell Judge thank you?
Thank you.
Judge, you've saved his life, so I hope you know that. May we be excused?
You got it.
Thank you, Judge.
You have a very common name, and there are a gajillion Francisco Martinez's out there. There's an unfortunately, there is someone wanted in that jurisdiction that has your name. And you see now that you've been wrongly arrested, you're going to be released today. The fear is that this continues to happen. So I don't know, there are methods out there. And Mr. Kim, you say there's a letter that he can get.
Yes.
What we're going to do is, I cannot give you legal advice, but I'm going to have your lawyer that we've appointed to represent you tell you how you can take care of this so that it doesn't happen again. So we're going to process you out. You should be out within hopefully the next 4 to 6 hours. Ricardo will tell you how to go about getting a letter so that this doesn't happen again. Do you have any questions? Did you want to add anything, Ricardo?
It's fair to say, Judge, this is a bad situation. This man
Es dificultoso decidir si este señor fue arrestado preso y no es él.
Yeah.
not a good situation.
Yeah, I mean, mistakes have been made, and I don't know, I guess the arresting officer, I don't understand why they wouldn't do just a little bit deeper dive is,
Well, when they're on the field and it's obviously an arrest in the evening, is being one of the few agencies that's truly 24/7, is that they can only confirm by teletype for whatever the fugitive division is. And so with it's most commonly name and date of birth, and statistically that should narrow it down, but it's just,
I mean,
because you can't take, or you can't
they
send
have mobile apices?
for that when they get processed in, but that only brings them in for, again, the same name and date of birth, but you can't trade mugshots with the demanding jurisdiction. Because the teletypes can't support images. And so ultimately, it's only what the text is, and that text is the name and date of birth. So,
On that sense, Judge, wouldn't his fingerprint goes with
That's what and that's why I was, they've got these mobile apices that,
the mobile thing where they could just test him and see if it's his prints or not.
sure, but the majority of warrants, the way they're sent by teletype, again, a thumbprint can't be imaged in a
I
teletype.
got you.
So even if, so yes, there is a thumbprint, but there's no way to.
the thumbprint should be able to verify who this person is, whether they have the correct date of birth,
But
mug shots.
But that only corresponds to the warrant for the demanding jurisdiction if they have something to match it against. So that's the issue is, yes, it can pull it up on our side, but it's the same way even for our parole violations is they can't check on scene, especially at 1 a.m. That's why we're the second check, is that we're able to verify if there's a thumbprint, mugshot, etc.
You're going to be released here momentarily. I'll have Ricardo tell you how to take the next steps though, okay? All right, good luck, Mr. Martinez. Thank you.
I think we still need to approach on a different one from Mr. Diaz. We'll approach soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna just call their main line since the sergeant's not getting back to me. Give me a second. I'll find it.
Good morning. I have a case that's on tomorrow's docket, but he had felony court this morning out of the same transaction. Can I give you the cause number?
Sure.
254506.
I need one more number.
0.
Eaton?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind bringing them up? We're doing an arraignment. You got it? Okay. Good morning, Mr. Eaton. Sir, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. So the first name is Chase. Is it spelled correctly with a J-H-A-S-E?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, Judge. On December in Harris County, Texas, in regard to a theft in progress, another officer called out on air that he was in pursuit of a black Cadillac inside the complex. The officer noticed the defendant's vehicle, the black Cadillac, drive in front of him as the officer entered the complex. The officer made a U-turn, aligned himself with the vehicle, and pulled his firearm for a felony stop. The officer gave commands for the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, to step out of the vehicle and remove co-defendants from the vehicle as well. The officer made contact with the complainant. The first complainant stated he parked his motor vehicle in the complex around 8 p.m. with the tires and windows intact. got called by the officer around 2 a.m. and noticed his front right window damaged and all 4 tires damaged. The officer made contact with a second complainant who stated she was asleep when the officer contacted her via her cell phone. She walked to her vehicle and said the tires were worth $1,000. The officer located a black Glock in the back left floorboard of the defendant's vehicle in plain view without a holster, which came back stolen once the serial number was run. The defendant's vehicle was inventoried, and the officer located 2 of the second complainant's tires in the back left passenger seat.
So he was pulled over in a Cadillac.
In the black Cadillac, correct.
A Cadillac was stolen or was not
It
stolen?
was
Is that his Cadillac?
It was his Cadillac, Your Honor, and
And in the Cadillac, there's in the back seat 2 tires
2 tires belonging to the second complainant.
and then this gun.
And the gun, Your Honor.
The gun stolen. Where was the gun?
The gun was on the back left floorboard of his vehicle.
Was he with anyone else or was he alone?
There were co-defendants as well in the vehicle.
Where were the co-defendants?
Let me see.
And did you say that he's the driver?
Yes, the defendant is the driver.
Co-defendants, Judge.
Yes,
Okay.
the defendant was the driver of the Cadillac.
And you have a stolen gun that's in the back left, you said?
Yes, the
Left back seat forward, Judge.
Okay, where are the other co-defendants?
so I'm trying to find in the DMs, Your Honor.
No rush, take your time.
One passenger in the back seat. The office report reports that my client was asked to exit first. He exited backwards as procedure, and the other 2 co-defendants remained in the vehicle. And so I saw no objective, any kind of furtive movements, any articulation of facts that would link the gun to my client other than
Well, that's what
as we,
I mean,
right.
are you,
Well, it was in his car, which was under his control, and he's engaged in obviously other criminal activity, Judge. I think that's what.
sure, but is there a co-defendant that's sitting right there in the left rear seat?
For the left rear seat were 2 tires, is what it seems like.
Oh, I forgot about the tires.
Yeah.
So there's a right back passenger and a
Right front passenger.
Yes.
Yes.
it would
And the
make
gun
sense.
is found under the seat of the driver.
Yes.
It would make sense that the backseat passenger wouldn't put the gun, he would put the gun where the tires are. You wouldn't expect to see a driver somehow reach all the way to a passenger side. of
Oh,
the
but I mean,
vehicle.
sometimes you've got it under your seat and then when you're moving, then the gun slides in the back. That's why I was curious as to whether there was someone sitting in the back left, but you've got tires in the back left. Okay.
Slide all the way to my client was out of the vehicle with the other co-defendants remaining in the vehicle. So there's no actual care, custody, or control articulated in this fact pattern. We're asking for.
Yeah, I get it. I was curious because I wanted to make sure. I think now that there's enough probable cause to go forward, Mr. Eaton. I am going to find there is probable cause, and I'm going to order you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with the co-defendants in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you?
19.
You're 19 years old. It's not a good start in the street. You know, life is very, very difficult. Being a young Black man in today's society is just even more difficult. And when you tack on all this stuff, does this help or does this hurt? I don't want you smoking any dope. I don't want you using any alcohol. If you don't have a license, do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
The other 2, I'm assuming, were arrested as well or no? Mr. Locklear, are there co-defendants or are there no
Yes, there are.
co-defendants?
On the felony cases.
There are other co-defendants. Okay, I don't want you to have contact with these people. I don't want you to hang around with them. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did they give him any other conditions upstairs, Mr. Locklear? Like curfew or anything like that?
No, Your Honor.
No. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I go to work. That's it.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Good. That's a start. You got to find something in this life to do. You ain't got no money. It's going to be a miserable life. This life is a journey. It can be a great journey where you travel, buy great things, fancy cars, fancy vacations, or it can be a rotten toilet of an existence where you're in and out of jail, no money, begging on the street. Don't fall into this life. It's not a good one. I'm not going to put a monitor on him. I'm not going to put you on any kind of curfew now, but I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Eaton, I'm going to test you within the next 2 months. If you test positive for marijuana, you test positive for alcohol or dope, I'm going to lock you up. And I'm going to tell you now, no more PR bonds. I'm going to keep my streets safe at all costs. And I don't care who you have here with you. You become a problem, I'm just going to lock you up. Do you understand? You must obtain and have a full-time job while you're on bond in this court. No alcohol, drugs, random testing, no weapons, no contact with co-defendants. Could you run his license, see if he has a license, Alex, please?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you have a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Locklear, and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're AWOL and you're playing games, I'll issue a warrant. You understand? You're skirting very thin ice. If that ice cracks, your butt's going to freeze. You understand? All right. Okay, Mr. Locklear, good luck.